So I ain't hard to find, man. You want to link up? You know where to find me. Keep my family's name out your mouth, especially my son.
I'm tired of being humble. I'm tired of letting people think they got a chance. The tribal chief is head and shoulders above everybody.
Hey, this is the Turnbuckle King, TBK here. We are here at Tossing Scandal, aka KDH. We're here to talk about Rikishi goes off on Vince Russo following criticism of son Jey Uso. Rikishi goes off on Vince. You guys don't want to miss this one. Definitely get a seat at the locker room and get the likes of that so you get in the locker room, because as usual, we are definitely about to air the dirty laundry. Now, we're here talking about how Rikishi, he goes off on that for talking about criticism of Jey. This is when Vince Russo, the former writer with the big mouth, bit off more than he could chew when he went after the Hall of Famer's pride and joy, which we know is Jey Uso. Yeet. Also, it says here that he criticized Jey Uso's promo on the September 30th episode of Raw. That night, Uso addressed winning the Intercontinental Title the week before. You know, the big crowd, everybody, the big poppy guy in California. Accompanied by his son, Uso thanked the fans for their support throughout his journey. He shared the emotional significance of walking out with his son as champion and reflected on how he often been overshadowed as a twin, you know, with him being with Jey Uso. And he says certain that people now truly knew him, meaning that Jey Uso is talking about having a real identity since winning the Intercontinental Championship. But with that being said, Vince Russo, however, didn't have no good things to say about that. You know that he is on Legion of Raw with Dr. Chris Featherstone. They talk about, you know, reviews of all shows on Sportskeeda Wrestling. As you guys know, very popular wrestling channel in the IWC. But he had his comments regarding the win, and it wasn't like mostly people said about Jey Uso winning. Let's see what Mr. Vince Russo had to say.
Again, okay, so 11:30 before Jey says anything, with Monday Night Football on again on the way. So 11:30 before Jey says anything, with Monday Night Football on again on the way. Let me remind you. So if people are sitting there for 11 and a half minutes to see him walk through people, okay, whatever. Chris, I don't understand this. The dude was so emotional, he could hardly speak.
Yeah. Oof.
Chris, this is a job. The title is a I don't, for the life of me, I don't understand how these wrestlers get emotional over winning a I don't get it, bro. Jey Uso has been around forever. Forever, bro. I think that's why so much heat comes on me, because when I won that title for a day, bro, I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, bro, I got speared through the cage. I got the title on a fluke, and I'm giving it up the next day. But everybody made like, oh, bro, it's a freaking prop. Please help me here. Why is he getting so emotional over this?
So that's Vince Russo. Him and, of course, Chris Featherstone, they speak about Jey Uso, how he won the title, and how he was so emotional. If you guys remember, Jey Uso didn't speak for a while because he was so happy. I know a lot of people criticize that, saying, did he forget his lines? Is he too nervous? Did he have cold feet? You know, was the big stage too big enough for him? With Jey Uso so used to being a tag team competitor, and of course being a part of the famous Anoa'i family. So maybe that was too much for him. But, you know, Jey had his moment, but Chris and Vince spoke on that. So with that being said, guys, we're going to get to more of Rikishi's response on his podcast, Rikishi Fatu Off the Top. And we're going to see what he had to say regarding this, because he definitely responded to what Vince Russo had to say about this situation here. Let's see what he had to say about it.
Thoughts on this? This is Vince Russo, former head of WCW and former champion. Let's see. This is going to be his words. I'll read you the context first. Why Jey Uso became so emotional during his first segment as WWE Intercontinental Champion on Raw. On Legion of Raw, Russo said, "I don't understand this. The dude was so emotional he could barely speak. I don't understand. This is a job. The title is a prop. For the life of me, I don't understand how these wrestlers get emotional over winning a prop. Jey Uso has been around forever.
Well, let me answer that. And if you listen, Russo, first of all, you can go yourself. All right? You don't have the right to even put my son's name in your mouth. You don't have a right to talk about somebody that has laced up boots for 17 plus years, broken bones, broken body bones, sweat, tear, and blood in that ring, sometimes 45 minutes. Ladders, chairs match, split wide open. You don't have a right to open your mouth of what you think is right for a person when you finally win this so-called prop that you think. When was the first time, when did you ever get your ass in there and run a match 45 minutes? And anybody can pull up a pencil and write your fantasies of what you think an angle. And your fingers do the talking through your iPhone or whatever the case may be. Hey man, step up. Step the up. Let's do this. You ain't even gonna have my boy there. Me and you, man. Me and you. So anytime you want to open your mouth about the Anawai Fatu clan and you try to disrespect what my boys or what my family has worked hard for 75 plus years, man. Why you This kid here bust his ass for 16 years, man. So you would never know that hard grind. Let alone not be home for his kid. It's, traveling one side of the world, like you just trying to knock those that moment that means so much to a person. So I ain't hard to find, man. You want to link up? You know where to find me. Keep my family's name out your mouth.
And that is Rikishi, man. He went off on Vince Russo, talking about Jey Uso. You do not want to mess with Rikishi. Talk about him or his family, especially about Jey. That's something you don't want to do, but he let him have it. He really let him have it. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. He pretty much made his mark.
Yeet.
So yeah, that is Rikishi going to respond to Vince Russo. This was off his podcast talking about Jey Uso, his Intercontinental Championship win. And the question I'm going to have to ask you guys regarding this whole thing. Now, was Rikishi right for defending his son? Was he right for speaking out on Jey? Or was he you know, sticking his nose where it don't belong, or he should let Jey handle it himself? Or was Vince Russo right for speaking on Jey, voicing his opinion about Jey Uso's promo after winning the Intercontinental Championship a week after winning it on Monday Night Raw? You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. If Rikishi goes off on Vince Russo following criticism of son Jey Uso. And this is when Rikishi responds to Vince Russo, and he let him have it. You guys let me know what you think of all of that. Soon 2 videos will pop up. You guys check out the videos below. Great content here. Get the likes up. We are a growing channel. Thank you all for your guys' support. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Until then, you guys already know what it is. It is O-U-T.
Me and Chris Benoit basically all started together, pretty much. You started a little bit earlier.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
But they pushed me to the moon, and they held you guys back. And we all started at the same time. We were wrestling each other. We were getting each other over, putting each other over. And I thought we were all going to kind of come up together. And it was like, you guys stayed behind. And it was like, what's going on?
Well, I mean, we definitely had to work harder because you already said it, Kurt. You already know the answer is that you were a WWE guy.